亲爱的观众朋友，欢迎回到我们母亲节特别节目。我们现在所处的呢是 Shop in Shop， 就是这个 brand 叫做朗格 Along and Song。
Perfect.
I'm practicing my German. And this gentleman next to me, he is the president for North America Along and Song. His name is Gaten Gollison.Just
Absolutely, perfect.
pretend I pronounce it correctly.
This is excellent.
OK，
Really.
现在我们就要来介绍他们的名表，这是一个德国的名表，他们的等级呢可以跟就是全世界的前10大的名表的这种等级。大家都知道德国的这种漆械是设计的最好的，是最准确的。OK，Gaten。Which one are we going to start to introduce?
So let's start with a very iconic piece. It's part of the Lange One family. The Lange One family, absolutely, was the first family introduced by Mr. Lange in 1994 when he relaunched the company.
Yes. So when the company is rebirthed.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So very important time for us.
Okay.
So that was a very, very different design from what you were able to find in the industry at that time, with the eccentric dial, the outsized date. And this year we've decided to introduce a new feature in that watch. We've introduced a large moon phase.
Large moon phase.
Absolutely. So this is a very elegant timepiece. As you can see, you can discover all the Milky Way on the disc, where the moon phase is represented. And needless to say that, of course, all the elements of that disc are made of gold. If you look at the movement, you will find the classic feature of A. Lange & Söhne with the 3/4 plate that you can see here, and also the balanced cock, which is engraved by hand. And actually that's a very specific feature that you will find on every single Lange watch. Those engravings are done by hand in our manufactory in Germany.
100% handmade.
100%, absolutely,
100%
which is quite unique.
Yes.
And those are done by hand, and it's a specific engraving. And if you go to the manufactory with your watch, we will be able to tell you who was doing the engraving. So it's a little bit like handwriting. If both of you were writing a word, we would be able to recognize who was doing it. That's the same feature on that watch, which make every single one absolutely unique.
It makes it so unique and so responsible.
Definitely.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And may I ask, how much is that one asking for?
Absolutely. So this one will be at 52,400. And it will come in rose gold, in platinum, and in yellow gold. So three different
rose
materials.
gold and the platinum
and yellow gold.
And the yellow gold. Okay.
We only use gold and platinum to produce our cases.
Super.
Yeah, absolutely no steel, because really the movement is so special and the value of the movement is so important that we've decided to use only those very specific materials.
Okay. So do you think the people who get those watches are the beginner to collect Lange表?
It's true.
Probably.
Very often, because it's an iconic piece. So when you think about Lange, when you're a collector, definitely you will think about the Lange family, because it represents really a lot of our culture, of a lot of our history, and a lot of our elements that are, recognizable.
And I think the price is very affordable,
for
honestly
our
speaking.
price range it is.
Yes,
absolutely.
yes.
Yeah,
okay.
and for the level
so
of
in
complication.
Lange One family, there's only male watches.
Actually, we do have a female watch, but I will present it to you later because,
Okay, now let's move to other family.
Yes, and other very exciting pieces.
Yes.
This is a very exclusive piece. It's the 1815 Tourbillon. 1815 is also a collection of Lange, and we've decided to use that name because that's the date of birth of our founder, Ferdinand Adolf Lange. He was born in 1815 in Dresden, in the eastern part of Germany. So once again, you do have a beautiful and very exclusive movement. We'll find again the feature that we've seen before with the 3/4 plate, the engraved balance cock, but there is a lot of complication, much more than the previous one in that movement. And of course, one of the important one will be the tourbillon. And you might have seen some tourbillon in other watches. It's a common feature in high complications, but most of the tourbillons are, of course, built to give more precision to the watches. But that one is even more special, and that's completely unique. You can stop it to adjust perfectly the watch.
I see.
So, at the end, your watch will be the most precise you can ever get. And that's
Very
one
precise,
of the.
yes.
We are the only brand doing that.
Also, okay. So as we are moving into the Lange One family, and this belongs to the more higher price range.
Absolutely. So we are going up right now.
We're going up.
Definitely.
May I know the price on that?
Yes, that one will be at 178,000.
178,000.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Understood.
Perfect.
Now we're moving into a very unique,
Yes.
fantastic piece of watch.
Absolutely. And it's also something that you won't see anywhere else. It's also the first time that we are presenting that watch in North America. And this piece is called the Terra Luna, the Richard Lange Terra Luna. Richard Lange was one of the sons of our founder. And he was really the scientist of the family. He was a very gifted man, very smart, creating a lot of new things for watches. So that's as a testimony for all those achievements, we've decided to call one of our collections the Richard Lange. And this is probably the most complex Richard Lange ever made. So you will see that on that watch, you will have, of course, here the power reserve, then you have the hours, the minute, the second, the day of the month, the day of the week, and the date.
And again, please turn to the other side.
And that's where the magic is also happening, So
look at that. Yeah.
So this is, the position of the moon. It's an orbital, moon phase. So basically, the way it works is, of course, very complex to make, but kind of easy to understand. You will see here the spring. That will be the equivalent of the sun. You have the Earth here, and you have the moon here. So basically, those three disks will turn together, and you will permanently have the right position of the moon versus your position on the Earth. So extremely complicated to make as well.
It sounds very complicated. And this looks pretty big. And do you know how heavy it is?
No, I don't have the precise weight for that watch. And, but if you want to feel it, it sounds heavy, but it's okay. Don't forget that this is pure gold, and you have a very important movement.
And I think I understand the price for this one is about 247,000.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah. And I think there is a huge market for this price range of a watch in Silicon Valley.
Yes, absolutely. And also, today watches have become an investment as well. When you look at auctions, most of the very exclusive watches and most of our very limited edition or limited production watches are doing extremely well today at auctions. Some are reaching 3 times the original price. Some that are currently in our collection but are very difficult to get, then they will reach sometimes 30% more at auction when you can still order them in the retail network.
Right. Talking about the collection pieces, and sometimes we need to understand we only use it for our generation, and we pass it down to our next generation. And before we change it hand, we want to give it a watch lift or the maintenance. And is this something we can do domestically or have to send it back to the factory?
Yeah, well, it's depending on the watch, first of all, but most of the time, even if we have a service center in New York, we recommend to send the watch in Germany, and we take care of that for you.
Oh, okay.
So, and we try to have the same watchmaker working on the watch, actually.
Oh my goodness. So
special.
Talking about this special, unique responsibility type of thing. 我们今天谈了，到目前为止谈了5只这个朗格的手表，非常非常的仔细。那么观众朋友可能想，母亲节到啦，我们要知道 female 的 watch 啦，这边就有了。我们现在再度来一个 commercial break， 我们回来以后就要来介绍女士的手表以及其他我心里面有的问题，马上回来。